Representative Jordan talked to Newsmax recently. Says the Biden AutoPen orders raise serious red flags. Donald Trump says, you know what? He was probably not even all there, and maybe didn't even give real permission while mentally competent to anybody to use the AutoPen. So therefore, there's a good possibility these pardons for Hunter, Schiff, and the like are null and void. Thoughts?
Yeah, well, all I care about is Mini Mangala, Fauci. Hunter's got his own demons. I don't know. I just wonder if we're ever going to see any justice really served to anybody who's on the left. It seems like they're all made of Teflon.
Well, that's absolutely true. The thing is, are we going to see any charges against these people? I still would like to see a lot of these executive orders, or at least an investigation into these executive orders. Who was really signing these? I want these people exposed more than anything. I understand.
Yes, just exposed.
Right, just exposed.
I mean, it's like I've given up on thinking that Hillary will ever go to prison. But the fact that she can still show her head in polite society is not okay. She should be everywhere she goes.
Well, sometimes I'm thinking about, this has been going on since 2016, and this has been like one big military operation. So we have really no idea if these people are still around, and we're looking at AI at its best, or because a lot of people can't handle it. If you throw everything in their face, 1, 2, 3. I mean, look now. I mean, the SNAP and EBT. I mean, the majority of people that are on that are illegals.
I want to get to SNAP for a minute. We're going to talk about that, and there are some people who seriously need SNAP.
Yeah.
There are people.
Yes, then get
an
it.
employment situation, and it's important they should get that. But there are
I agree.
And there are a load of people, and I do believe a good number are illegal, but there are a lot of people who are using the system and not bothering working. They've been on SNAP for several years, over a decade possibly, and they don't care to find work. They don't care to do anything else. That's an issue too. But it's hard to make the people who really need it and really want to get back into the force, or those who are handicapped, those who are disabled. It's hard to not give them what they need and find a way to weed out those who are cheating the system.
Well, I mean, look, these people, not all these videos are going crazy about how they're going to rob Walmart, how they're going to do this, how they're going to do that, and meanwhile they're holding a $1,400 iPhone.
Yeah.
How did you get a $1,400 iPhone on EBT and SNAP? I mean, come on. And then you. There was one girl that made a video. She took her kids to Walt Disney using her EBT and SNAP.
How do you do that?
That's right. They
sell their coupons for cash.
Now, this is called the Snap-pocalypse. I believe that's what you're referring to. That's what it's being called on the internet with all these the young people. I would say the young folks. We call it I guess they're calling it the Snap-pocalypse, where the idea is there are going to be people who have been on TikTok yelling, "We're gonna steal. We're gonna go into Walmart. We're just gonna take everything. It's gonna be a massive food riot." That, my friends, is serious. This can happen.
I don't think they're going to do that. Because that's stupid even for them. But I would say, people, be very careful walking out to your cars, because that's what's going to happen. They're going to get people that are coming out of the markets with their baskets full.
Yeah, you're right.
And look, it has been said on I guess TikTok, if you want to call it that. It has been said, my friends, on it's all over X. There are people who are just videotaping themselves saying, "Yeah, people are going to be robbed. We're going to rob you," that sort of thing. Of course, that's giving yourselves up before you commit the crime. But again, this is going to be serious. They can't arrest everybody. Let me tell you something. There's a pretty good chance the shopkeepers are going to say, "Oh, it's not our problem. It's out in the parking lot."
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I just I don't know. There's so little honor in people anymore. It should be that anybody that posts something like that, whoever recognizes them. I mean, I'm not into tattling or reporting.
Oh, they
That
tattle on
the Brady
themselves.
Bunch really screwed me
No
up.
talent, talent. No talent, talent.
Yeah, I
No
definitely
talent,
don't do
talent.
that.
You know what happens to snitches, right, Vinny?
But but
I
here's the
remember that episode. No
right.
talent, talent, Cindy.
Yeah, I keep secrets in the pyramid now. Um, it just it's to be that callous, to be so bold. I just saw a podcast that I guess I am a tattletale. I reported it today. Um, yeah, it's called "I've Had Enough," and they're calling for violence against MAGA and violence against
Yeah.
Democrats that don't join in on violence against MAGA.
Well, I
I'm
think they're gonna
sorry,
have a
I'm
very
for
hard
freedom
time.
of speech, but when you start talking, when you start encouraging people to be violent with each other, your First Amendment goes bye bye.
Well, keep in mind, Saul Alinsky's rules for radicals had dictated to those on the left to demonize your enemy, make them,
Yes,
turn them
yes.
into non-humans. Don't normalize them, if you will. That's the term being used today. That's where Jimmy Fallon got into
Hmm.
trouble with the noogie on Trump's head. Hey, you normalize Trump. Well, they're trying to normalize men playing women's sports if they put a mop on their head and look like a woman, or trying to look like a woman. I'll digress from that. I got to tell you, why a lot of these young people are trying to emulate Klinger? I got to tell you, what? They're mediocre athletes. They want to go into girls' locker rooms. Fine.
Yeah.
This is what they're normalizing, but they're also trying to denormalize those who think differently. Those who it's been a successful run saying, "Oh, harass people who support Donald Trump. You should not let them breathe." There were sitting Congress members saying things like that, like
Hmm. Oh,
Maxine Esther Waters. Thank you for watching this S-Files with Tony Shaffer, a live stream clip. I'm Chris Cordani. Check out the whole live stream on our channel, The Sentinel Files. And for more exclusive content, subscribe to Tony on X at T_S_P_O_O_K_Y. That's T Spooky at T Spooky on X. And of course, you can find even more exclusive content with his Sentinel Circle. You can check that out at ColonelTonySchafer.com. That's ColonelTonySchafer.com.